to our guests at this hour. Rashid Kidwai, journalist, author, commentator, someone who's followed Indian politics closely for decades now, joining us as well at this hour. We also have Mayur Jha from the Congress Party with us. Mr. PKD Nambiar, great to see you again. Just saw you 24 hours ago on my show on Bihar.
PKD Nambiar, BJP has reason to be worried. You've lost a crucial state, a crucial Hindi belt state. A big leader like Nitish Kumar has crossed over into the opposition ranks.
Well, Srinivasan, I would rather say this is a good opportunity for BJP to be on its own. To imagine that JDU and RJD coming together, Congress is coming together, CPI-ML is coming together, AIMIM is coming together, everybody is coming together with one force against one. So that means the importance of BJP in the Bihar politics is going to be up. That's a simple
That's a brilliant spin, PKD Nambiar, because I was always, how do you give a positive spin to the fact that you lost a government? You say that this actually
I'm just
lifted the BJP stock in Bihar.
No, I'll tell you the other way around. See, the government is gone. So the BJP is not anymore in power in BJP. So that's the reality. But then the way, how do you look at the real politics of tomorrow? That is what we need to look at it. From that point of view, there are two things which is going to happen. One more aspirant for the prime ministership is coming in. So that means that divided opposition already is going to be further divided, because Nitish Kumar, of course, his idea of going against this alliance is only simply one thing, that he wanted to become another aspirant for the prime ministership. He is in the fag end of his career. We know that over the years, if you really look at it, political graph in Bihar, he is coming down in terms of his popularity, in his terms of his number of seats. He is reduced to 45 in the last election. From that point of view, he is slowly becoming a smaller person, and this is one way he is re-energizing and trying to become a national figure and one who can take on to the Modi. So that is one aspect. The other aspect of it is that look at from the point of view of that where is this Congress can now, I don't know whether it is the right statement to speak on a national channel. Congress and these people can go and be with anyone and everyone. There is no ideological backup. Nothing is anymore required. Only it is power which matters. Right. Do you think that Tejasvi Yadav, an young chap who is actually doing a lot of work on the ground, will be able to, chacha bhatija bankar kitna din rahega? मुझे नहीं लगता है कि this is going to be a long journey. And most importantly, one should not be surprised if there is a vertical split which is going to happen within the JDU. A large amount of JDU MLAs are not at all happy to be with this unholy alliance with whom they are fighting every day on the ground. So Nitish Kumar has always been a selfish politician.
Wasn't the alliance between Nitish and the BJP then technically also unholy when it happened back then? Because Nitish Kumar has said, if you want, you can just go back and see what he has said about Prime Minister Modi, the Gujarat riots. He didn't want to share a stage with him at one point. He fought a very personal sort of election campaign against him and then joined hands with the BJP. So what was that?
In fact, absolutely. In fact, on the contrary, that Nitish Kumar is the one who actually went back to the BJP, and this is the second time he is leaving the BJP. So he only went back again and again. So what I am trying to tell you is that he is considered to be now the most selfish politician. For him, a Bihari doesn't matter. An average Bihari is not his importance. He is not even interested anymore in the JDU as a cadre and a political force. His only selfish interest is that how can he remain a very powerful person as a chief minister forever. So only thing is that how BJP it can be, as I was telling you yesterday, it can be a blessing in disguise that if BJP can take on as a real opposition and take on to all these forces in one go. As far as from the last couple of years, BJP have always been a part of the power, but not really into the BJP's developmental work was not happening
in Patna. Let's just go back once again to panel and PKD Nambiar joining us once again. So PKD Nambiar, now I know you've been saying relentlessly this is a good thing for the BJP, there's an upside in all this, but if you were to say there's one lesson for the BJP from all this, where the BJP needs to look and say perhaps we're doing something wrong here, what would that be?
Well, I don't know whether it is in this case that BJP may need to be little bit more careful see, no matter what you say, the BJP is the party which is one of the largest party and the ruling party at the center, and they should have a little bit more command, and their idea of governance should be reflecting in every places where they are a part of the government. And I believe that BJP believed or trusted Nitish Kumar a little too much and given too much of an importance, which we have even seen a couple of months ago when the Prime Minister went there. They both were praising each other. But it was quite clear, even when the Niti Aayog meeting, only two chief ministers were missing. That is, one is Nitish Kumar and the second was the TRS leader. So idea is that giving over importance, giving less importance, I think between that there should be a balanced importance should be given, and the double engine sarkar, which the BJP always say that it should be working, and wherever there is no double engine sarkar in its full potential is not working, they should take the lead rather than now today what happened in the Nitish Kumar is taking a lead and moving out. I think BJP as the big party should have taken this decision rather than waiting for him to move out. And another thing is that in Bihar, for an example, what is going to happen is very simple. The unholy alliance which is taking place, so the multiple parties are coming together. Who are you going to be against now? So the only party which is against everybody, from the Congress spokesperson to the HAM to everybody, is RJD. Everybody is saying they all wanted the BJP to be out. So that will be definitely a good point for a BJP because it has got a very strong cadre across almost 77.
Well, we'll have to see how that resonates or doesn't resonate with voters. It is, a series of